Live right now. Day 1, Medical Medium Heavy Metal Detox Challenge. I'm pumped up. There's a lot to cover right here. We're going to talk about the do's and don'ts. We're going to talk about how to do it. Do you have the book? Critical to have the information that details matter. Page 179, Cleanse to Heal, a book that's helped millions of people around the world already get their lives back. Okay? We're doing the Heavy Metal Detox Challenge Cleanse. It's going for 3 days. This is day 1. I got my celery. I got my wild blueberries over here. I got everything. I got my spirulina. I got that right here. So I'm excited. Are you guys excited? Got the cilantro. Getting metals out of your brain. They shouldn't be there rent-free. Do you like metals living in your brain rent-free? Because they are. Okay? You want them gone. You don't want them living there because they shape your decisions. Do you ever say, why did I make the most stupidest decision I've ever made in my life? Why did I do that? Why? Maybe because I'm a bad person. Am I a bad person? No. Metals change our thoughts. Metals control our mind. Mercury in our mind, lead, arsenic, aluminum, cadmium, copper in our brain manipulates and alters our mind in many ways. It also gives us the anxiety. It gives us crippling anxiety, panic, depression. Someone who's been depressed for 10 years because of toxic heavy metals inside the brain, whether they know it or not, okay, has lived a life under that depression umbrella, that umbrella of that cloud of depression. And it's probably made them do things or say things or live a life they may not have wanted to live. And that's what metals do. They control people. They reside inside our brain. They take a part of us away from us. And you want to get empowered and you want to get it back. You guys are getting kicked off left and right on IG. I see it. Rewatch this on IGTV later. I'm going to repost it, giving you the 411. And go to TikTok if you want, but I can see that everybody's getting kicked off. They're just keeping it at 500 equal, 500 even. They won't let it go up. Okay, you guys, we're doing the Heavy Metal Day 1, Heavy Metal Detox Cleanse Challenge. This is day 1. Do you have the book? It's 51% at Amazon.com US. Make sure you get it. It's $16.99. I'm not trying to push a book. There's no money to be made in this book. It costs more to print it. They've made it 51% off. So there is no money in it. It's a medical textbook. It's about saving lives. So get it from Amazon US or get it to whatever bookstore. And don't be like, well, I'll get it someday. Well, I'll heal someday. I'll get better someday. I'll do the smoothie someday. I'll learn about it someday. No, take that, opportunity. Get empowered. Take control over your life. Okay, guys. Let's get into this a little bit. We're day 1, okay? We're in the Heavy Metal Detox Cleanse Challenge. Share your stories, but you got to make sure you got to make sure you hashtag Medical Medium and then tag at Medical Medium at the same time, and then I could visually see it. I can't visually see your stories, your Insta stories, or your posts about your cleanse, about you healing, or anything unless you do both. You tag at Medical Medium and you hashtag Medical Medium. Then I can repost any kind of Insta stories or posts so we can spread the word to help people heal because it's amazing, exciting time. I'm excited. So day 1, let's get into lemon water. Let's start with that. Lots to talk about. All right? Let's get a lemon right here. Lemon water, 16 to 32 ounces. Empty stomach, lemon water. Right off the running when you wake up. Important to know. Okay? So we're going to squeeze that half a lemon right here. Got the half a lemon squeezed in there. So 16 to 32 ounces of lemon water. You want to hydrate. Critical to know, you guys. You want to hydrate. Hydration makes it so you can carry out the toxic heavy metals when you're doing the rest of the cleanse. So it's important for that early hydration right off the running, right at the beginning. It's critical to have that hydration. I'm going to give you the quick little tips. If you can't do lemon because you're afraid of it, and you don't want to do lemon because your dentist told you not to drink it, which is wrong, because lemon doesn't hurt your teeth. Lemon's actually alkaline, by the way, too. So it's important to know. But if you're afraid of lemon, then do water or do a little bit of lemon in there. Could do lime if you want to. But the lemon water is critical. Nicole, you love lemon water? Fantastic. 16 to 32 ounces on an empty stomach of lemon water to hydrate. You have to hydrate in order to flush the poison out when the metals are starting to uproot from your metal cleanse. You want to hydrate. So it's the first thing, 16 to 32 ounces. That's critical right there. Wait 15, 30 to 30 minutes, and then we move on. Medical Medium Mommy has amazing autism healing info on her Insta. Oh yeah, she's incredible. Trinity is an amazing human being. Her child is amazing. Love them both. So we're doing the celery juice next, you guys. So that's next right here. 15 to 30 minutes. We do celery juice after your lemon water. Now, do not put your lemon in hot water. Important. Do not do lemon in hot water. It won't work. You can do lemon in your tea at night. You can do lemon in your herbal tea later in the day. That's hot herbal tea. When you're doing the cleanse, you got to have it living water, living hydration. It's got to come from a lemon that's alive. Really important, okay? Hey, that's your juicer, the MM900 HCS. Water hydrates you. Lemon water hydrates you, okay? If you kill the lemon in hot water, it can't give you that activation of cleansing. It can't activate. It's not activated. Very important to know, okay? And when you're dehydrated, you can't get metals out easily when you're dehydrated. Important to know too. So let's go. Let's do a little celery juice. That's next. You guys, if you just got on here, we're day 1 of the Heavy Metal Detox Cleanse Challenge. Challenge, right? We're challenging ourselves. And we're going to be doing the Heavy Metal Detox Smoothie. I'm going to be making the apple sauce in a little while. I'm excited. If you guys get kicked off of IG, go to TikTok. We're live on Clubhouse, live on TikTok, live on IG. You guys just got here, watch this from the beginning later. I'm going to repost it, or it's going to get posted on the MM page. Do kids have to do celery juice before the Heavy Metal Detox? No, they don't. But it'd be great before the celery, like before that, it'd be great if they did have celery juice, but they don't have to. You can make the Heavy Metal Detox popsicles. It's an option right there. Can I add other fruits to the Heavy Metal Detox smoothie? Frozen mango can be added, or papaya. Still Michelle says, do you remove the celery leaves and core before you juice? You can juice the core. I cut the very, very end of the bunch, on both sides. I cut a little bit off on each, or trim down a little bit. Don't add anything to your celery juice. Don't add lemon. Don't add lime. Don't add water. Don't add ice cubes. Don't do HPP, high pressure pasteurization either. You know what that is? You go to your health food store and you see a celery juice and it's in a bottle because it's branded. And then you grab that bottle or that container and then you say, ooh, celery juice, fresh celery juice. And it's been pasteurized by high pressure pasteurization. It'll even say raw on the bottle, but it's not. It's been pasteurized. Do not do the HPP celery juice from the stores. You will not get the results and you wasted all your money. Montala says, love my CJ. I noticed I feel so much better with 64 ounces a day. Must have to do with my neurological symptoms. CNS, healing with CJ. Incredible, absolutely. I mean, if you can do up to 64 ounces. Medical Medium, it's in the book, info in the book. If you guys hang on for the ride, we're going to talk about where you get your metals. We're going to do some applesauce later. We're going to make the smoothie. We're in day 1 of the Heavy Metal Detox Cleanse Challenge. I'm doing the celery juice part right now. Right? So here we are. Can you debunk Food map? Yeah, if I had time, I'll do it another day for sure. Jess says, what juicer do you have, please? It's the MM900HDS. Make sure you know that that's the number. MM900HDS. That's the one that saves you money. It's at omegajuicers.com. It's an incredible juicer. It's a celery juicer model. Don't get another model there because you won't squeeze all the juice out of the celery. This is the only one that does that out of all the juicers out there in the world. This is the one. Squeezes it out. Lovely says, what juicer machine? We just told you. MM900HDS. But it's got to be that one. It's the omegajuicers.com. MM900HDS. Can we add parsley to the heavy metal detox smoothie? I'd rather not. I'd rather you keep it to cilantro. I mean, you could add a little parsley to it, but the cilantro is the best option. All right, you guys, so we did best celery juicer ever. It is. It's views from the 6th. Yeah. Love it, love it. So we're doing the heavy metal detox cleanse. It's incredible. I'm excited. Here we are. We got our celery juice right now. Exciting. Here we are. Got to strain the celery juice. Part of the cleanse. Have to strain it. Got it, you guys. It's critical. No pulp. You don't want any pulp in there. You want to keep the pulp out of your celery juice so it works. It works at its best. You don't want it diluted with pulp. 32 ounces of celery juice. Bam, right there. Okay? You guys, recap. Day 1, Heavy Metal Detox Challenge. We're in it. It's the cleanse. We got the lemon water, 16 to 32 ounces, right there. Wait 15 to 30 minutes, have your celery juice, 16 to 32 ounces of celery juice, right there. We got it. So we're going to move on. You don't want to put water in your celery juice. You don't want to put ice cubes in your celery juice. You'll dilute it. You don't want to dilute your celery juice. Very important to know. You'll dilute the sodium cluster salts. You'll dilute what works. It's a living solution suspended with phytochemical compounds to help loosen up the metals. It's part of the heavy metal detox cleanse, part of it all. Guys, if you guys just got on here, if you don't have that book, order it. $16.99, 51% off, Amazon.com US. Costs more to print it. It's a medical textbook. It's a very heavy book, loaded with information. It has the cleanse on page 179. Make sure you get it. Important. Yeah? So Miss Spiritual says, I don't know if that's to me or to somebody else, but anyway, you guys, I'm excited for you to do some healing. This is so important, okay? We're doing this. We got the 16 to 32 ounces of celery juice. We got the lemon water right there, okay? So let's move on into making the smoothie. That's the next part. The star of the show is the wild blueberry. That's the star of the show, okay? Cultivated blueberries, the big round blueberries will not remove toxic heavy metals. Infinite wellness, let's do it. Let's do it. The large blueberry, the cultivated blueberry, will not remove toxic heavy metals. Important to know, okay? The yoga couple said, Dulse sold out everywhere. Alternative, don't use it. Don't use the Dulse. Don't use it. Keep it out. Do 4 out of 5. This is the 1. Dulse is the 5th. We're going to talk about that, okay? Get 4 out of the 5, right? Wild blueberries can remove metals out of the brain. So wild blueberries do. So that's an important piece of how we heal. It's the wild blueberry. Just letting you guys know there's a difference, okay? Medical Medium Information is teaching people around the world about the wild blueberry being able to do this so people can heal. 2 cups of wild blueberries in the smoothie. If you don't have the frozen wild blueberries like this, see guys, if you don't have the defrosted frozen wild blueberries, then we'll look at other options. Now, I have other wild blueberry options. I use all 3, okay? I use all 3. So I'm gonna make sure there's 2 cups of wild blueberries in here. All right, there we go. Check your freezer section in your stores for frozen wild blueberries. These are defrosted. They were frozen, now they're defrosted. Okay, so we got that in here. All right, now here's another option, right? So this is back in stock now. All right, this is the Wyman's wild blueberry juice, which is an incredible product, right? I mean, it's just amazing stuff, incredible food, wild food. So they got it back in stock right now. So they even sell it by the case, which you get 13% off each bottle when you buy it by the case, which is insane. I'm working with them to make sure this stuff stays around, because in order to actually harvest those wild blueberries and get them to juice them, the process is incredible, and I don't want that. It's a painstaking process, and I don't want this product not out there because it's so incredible. But anyway, so what I do is I'll do, it's at shop.wymans.com, by the way, shop.wymans.com. I'll put a couple of ounces in here. Now listen, if you don't have, the reason why I'm bringing this even in too right now, is this: if you don't have the frozen wild blueberries, you can do it with the wild blueberry juice. Do 2 to 4 ounces if you don't have the frozen wild blueberries, okay? You don't have to defrost the wild blueberry. You can throw them in frozen. All right, so, and then the Vimergy wild blueberry powder I put in. So the Vimergy wild blueberry powder right here. So, and if you don't have the frozen wild blueberries, you can use the Vimergy wild blueberry powder, right? You can put a nice amount of that right in your smoothie too, which is an incredible product. How much of the juice in smoothie? Okay, I put 2 ounces with the wild blueberries and the Vimergy wild blueberry powder. Okay, so I'll put 2 ounces in, right? Okay, now, if you don't have the frozen wild blueberries, so if you don't have these, you can do 2 to 4 ounces of just the wild blueberry juice. Okay, so that's at shop.wymans.com. Incredible stuff. And your other option too is the wild blueberry powder. So I don't want people to feel lost right now, because you know what? A lot of people, they can't get a hold of the frozen wild blueberry. But I use all 3 because the medicinal properties are off the charts. So I use all 3. So there, I got the wild blueberry all set, situated right there. Do you know how long the juice is in the... Do you know how long the juice in the bottle lasts, unopened and open? Oh my God, I've had a bottle in my refrigerator that I opened a month ago. A month ago. Undid the cap, drank it, perfectly stable, perfectly fine. 4 weeks later in the refrigerator. Opened, it was an open bottle in the refrigerator, right? Meaning I already opened, drank some of it, forgot about it, had it buried in the refrigerator, found it in the refrigerator, right? Found it, pulled it out, a month later undid the cap. And that's how many antioxidants are in there for self-preserving. I mean, the antioxidants literally are at keeping that from oxidizing, because the antioxidants are so high in the wild blueberry juice, that it was keeping it from oxidizing. Incredible. I was like, what? A month later? That right there was a discovery that blew my mind, by the way. Anyway, all right. Okay, we got that. So, cilantro. Let's get some cilantro in there. Are wild blueberries like homegrown blueberries? No. Homegrown blueberries are cultivated blueberries. Unless you have a homegrown wild blueberry, meaning like it's in your yard, happens to naturally be there. You live in a part on the like a part of the planet you live on actually has a wild blueberry growing. That's different, but no, cultivated blueberry is not. Cultivated blueberry bush is not the same. How long can it take to detox metals? Years? Years for really sick people on no fat, no salt, mostly raw. Happens fast for a lot of people. It's about getting enough of the metal out of the body, off the running, to knock the symptoms down. To people with bipolar and anxiety and depression, depersonalization, Parkinson's, ALS, migraines, right? ADHD, autism, right? Tourette's. People heal these things with the heavy metal detox smoothie and cleanse, right? So when you start removing some of these metals out of the brain, you start getting results. Yeah, metals are in there for years, and it depends on how many metals someone has. It could take years to get the metals all the way out. But once you start getting the metals even partially out, you start getting your life back. Depression starts to lift, anxiety starts to lift, you start coming back. Some people just get fixed real quick, which is incredible. Real quick with stuff, and that's what's amazing too. My brain fog started to go away first thing, Infinite Wellness says. So first thing, your brain fog started going away, right? Incredible. Incredible. Chris, you seem fine to me. Amazing. I'm excited, you guys. Day 1, the Medical Medium Detox Cleanse. Right here. Rewatch this live when it's posted. Get the information from the beginning on IGTV when I repost it, okay? All right, you guys. I'm on it. Let's go. We did some cilantro. That has to be in there if you can, at least on the same day. But you want it in a smoothie if you can. Fresh cilantro. Now, if you put frozen cilantro in here, you have to use it right when you pulled it out of the freezer. You can't let your frozen cilantro sit on the counter and defrost and turn into yucky muck. You can't. Your frozen cilantro, if you freeze cilantro, has to go right into the smoothie fast. Amanda says, my panic attacks disappeared immediately. I've seen that so many times. I've seen that so many times. I've seen the panic attacks disappear for people fast with the heavy metal detox cleanse and the heavy metal detox smoothie. If you guys just got on here, make sure you have Cleanse to Heal. Page 179, that's the information right there. This is one of the most important decisions you could ever make in your life. Don't let metals not let you make the right decision and be like, well, do I need the book? Do I not need the book? Everybody needs the book to have the information. By the way, please share your stories, right? Hashtag Medical Medium and tag at Medical Medium at the same time, because that's the only way I could visually see them on a feed if you do both, right? And then I could repost the stories and repost it all, right? All right, you guys. Trying to deliver fast information and answer questions really quick, so if I seem slightly rude or anything, please bear with me. I'm only trying to juggle 10 things at once, and this cleanse challenge is for free. All right? I put a cup of cilantro in here. You could put a little more. You can put a little less. Okay? Mirror says, how much do I get paid? I don't get paid. I'm not sponsored by this company here, Vimergy. Very important right there, okay? That's critical to know. The book is 51% off at Amazon.com. It costs more to print it. So how much money is in that? Tell me. It costs more to print the book, okay? So how much money is that? I am working with Wyman's. I am working with them, okay? So that's true. I am working with this company, but I need this stuff to stay around because this is an actual, this is a miracle to have in our world right now. So that's important. I don't want that to go away. So I'm working with them to actually get the word out. Thank God we can do that. If you're sensitive, you can do less of the smoothie. Important. Less of the smoothie, right? Let's go. Teaspoon of spirulina. Vimergy spirulina. I don't like Pacific spirulina. It's the worst. The Pacific Ocean is too polluted at this point. The Great Garbage Patch has moved. Just so you know, the Great Garbage Patch has actually moved in the Pacific. It's shifted already over 100 more miles towards the Pacific coast. So I'm letting you know that the Great Garbage Patch has done a dramatic shift in recent days. The water on the West Coast is so polluted at this point, I can't trust spirulina from the Pacific Ocean on any level. Okay, so if people say, well, whatever, I'm letting you know. This is the only one I trust right now. It's the Vimergy, V as in Victor, I, M as in Mary, ERGY.com, right there. And I'm not sponsored. Okay, very important to know. Vimergy spirulina, I just threw a teaspoon in there. Vimergy barley grass juice powder. Also, I found something dangerous in one of the brands of Pacific spirulina. I found something dangerous in there. Called the company and they didn't get back to me. Called the company again. I said, this is the medical medium. I've sent so many people to your product. You know, I know you guys don't sponsor me. I know you've never paid me anything. But I've actually helped build part of your company, obviously. By sending so many clients over the years to your company. I found something in the jar. I need you guys to call me back, and they didn't call me back. And that was a Pacific brand, one of the Pacific brands. So I don't recommend any Pacific spirulina for a lot of reasons. Okay? So if someone, let's just go a little bit more into this now. Barley grass juice powder, it can't be barley grass. It can't be barley grass. It has to be barley grass juice powder. If you guys just came on, watch this from the beginning on IGTV. Right? It has to be barley grass juice powder. I'm doing a teaspoon of barley grass juice powder in here. Really important. That's the Vimergy barley grass juice powder. Okay? If you're sensitive with celery juice, or you're sensitive where you feel like you're sensitive with anything, that means you're loaded with toxins and a lot of toxic heavy metals. So people who are sensitive will say, do a quarter teaspoon. Do a quarter teaspoon of this. Do a quarter teaspoon of that. Do a smaller dosage of the heavy metal detox smoothie. Do smaller dosages. That's okay. So, what about Vimergy and spirulina? It's the best stuff. Vimergy barley grass juice powder and spirulina is the best stuff. That's the brand. Yep. It's the name brand of spirulina. It's Vimergy best one. Okay. They have worldwide distributors too. Now, I mean, you can find them like in places around the globe. So just look. But that's the most incredible spirulina there is. You can go to the website, vimergy.com. V as in Victor, I, M as in Mary, ERGY.com. Best stuff there is right here. Okay. Got the spirulina in there. Got the cilantro in there. Got the barley grass juice powder in there. We got the wild blueberry juice in there. We got the frozen wild blueberries in there. We got the wild blueberry powder in there. This thing is rigged. Let's get bananas in there. If you guys are worried about bananas, I don't eat bananas. I'm afraid of bananas. Put frozen mango in there then. That's what you can do. One of the reasons why I like Vimergy too is Vimergy will not put things in their product, okay, and then keep it hidden. All the other supplement companies out there put a percentage close to 10% of unknown origin, like unknown stuff in there. So when you buy your favorite companies out there and your favorite this and your favorite spirulina, up to 10% of what's in there isn't spirulina or isn't a vitamin or isn't anything else. It's something you don't even know that's in there. Vimergy said, nope, we're not going to do that. We're going to be the only company that doesn't hide a small percentage of stuff inside our products that the manufacturers put in. They said, we're not going to do that. That alone right there will keep me loyal to the core for this company. Loyal to the core. Incredible. Incredible. All right. Boom. Let's get the bananas in there. You guys, we're making the ultimate heavy metal detox smoothie. We're in the heavy metal detox cleanse challenge day 1. We got our bananas in there. You can do frozen mango. You don't like bananas. You can do papaya in there. You don't like bananas. Healing Together said, I really feel the pureness of the Vimergy products in my body after spending thousands and thousands on other brands of subs. I hear that all the time. I feel the same thing. And I hear it all the time out there. It's because it's accurate. Because what you're feeling is spot on. Because same with me too. Definitely. Yeah. And I feel that too. Feel that with the wild blueberry juice. Well, actually, I mean, I know how this stuff works. I'm working with this company. They literally take the blueberries off the field, stick them in a press, and press out your juice. And it's the most incredible thing. Most incredible thing. And they put it in glass. It's the most, it's just for juice. It's incredible, really. All right, let's get some orange in here. We got the Heavy Metal Detox Smoothie here. We're putting some orange in here, right? So we're making the Heavy Metal Detox Smoothie, by the way, which is famous. It's legendary around the world right now. There are imitators trying to imitate. Well, they'll try to get you sold on bentonite clay and zeolite and charcoal. That doesn't remove metals. So this is important to know. The Heavy Metal Detox Cleanse is legendary for 2 reasons. Maybe 3 reasons. One is it works. Okay? That's 1. 2 is no one would know about heavy metals and the conditions it cause, like all the hidden conditions and mysterious conditions like eczema, psoriasis, and all these other things, if it wasn't for medical medium information, because it originates from there. That's another incredible thing. So we know about toxic heavy metals causing conditions because of medical medium information only. If you heard it out there before, it came from here originally, right? The other thing is it works, which is another amazing thing. Nobody knew the wild blueberry removed metals, and it does an incredible job. There's so many incredible reasons why this is a legendary thing, and people have healed around the world. Why does my Heavy Metal Detox Smoothie drink get so thick when I make it? Am I doing something wrong? If you don't like the thickness of it, you can add a little bit more orange in there, a little coconut water, you can add a little bit of that. One reason why it gets so thick after you've made it is because the wild blueberry has a pectin like no other. Like no other. So the wild blueberry starts to congeal after you make the smoothie. It actually starts to congeal. That pectin is like a miracle pectin. That's part of why the wild blueberry is different than anything else. And that's what's incredible about it, versus like the cultivated blueberry and anything. So we got this, I think we got this rigged. We need one more thing. One more thing. We need the dulse, the Atlantic dulse, baby. Atlantic dulse. You could do a tablespoon in here. Okay, a couple of things about dulse. It's got a scarcity out there. Sometimes it's hard to get. Sometimes people don't have it or they can't get Atlantic dulse. You can do without it if you don't have it. If you have it, home run. If you don't have it, that's okay because you still have 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. Zeolites are not an alternative. I talked about that recently. Do not use zeolite. It doesn't work. And there's a lot of unedible zeolites powdered on the edible zeolites. There's nobody watching that, monitoring that. They're actually dangerous at this point. I don't stand behind any zeolites. Totally against it. I would never recommend them again on any level because they're not the zeolites of yesterday and they don't remove metals out of the brain. Newsflash, a zeolite never leaves the intestinal tract. Newsflash, zeolite never goes to the brain to remove the metals for your anxiety, your panic, your depression, your memory loss, your eczema, your psoriasis, whatever that's happening in your body, your bipolar, your Tourette's, your dementia, your Alzheimer's, can't be removed from zeolite. You have to have 5 critical key elements, at least 3 out of the 5. You have to have the wild blueberry, you have to have the spirulina, you have to have the barley grass juice, powder, barley grass juice, powder, you gotta have the cilantro, and you gotta have the dulse. They all have to work synergistically on the same day or in the same smoothie. That's critical. So we put the dulse in there. Now, you don't have to have the dulse if you can't find it. Go with 4 out of 5. That's okay. You're somebody that can't do the cilantro. Go with 3 out of the 5. Spirulina, barley grass juice powder, and wild blueberry. Those are the 3 major core foundation. Cilantro's the next. Dulse is the next. Try to get all 5. This is famous. This is famous, the Heavy Metal Detox Smoothie from around the world by actually helping people heal. So other companies will try to sell you something now because the medical medium information exposed heavy metals in the world, exposed what causes the heavy metals, and then taught everybody how to get them out. So all the other they're like companies, all the companies out there, all these other companies, these other things, these other entities out there are all trying to capitalize on the medical medium information. So they're trying to do their own versions, bentonite clay, charcoal, garlic, this and that, you know? Yeah, Monica, some people swear by that, right? The zeolite, sure. Okay, get rid of the Heavy Metal Detox Smoothie and then see if they swear by it. Because zeolites have been around for 20 years and no one got better from them. It's the heavy metal detox smoothie they're telling everybody to have it with. The bentonite clay people are saying, have your bentonite clay with your heavy metal detox smoothie, medical medium. The MLM companies, and they're paying people to sell it and say that, by the way. MLM companies, that's the zeolite. The zeolite's an MLM company now. They're paying people to say, oh, it worked for me. Oh, I swear by it, it worked for me. And then they also pay everybody to say, do it with your heavy metal detox smoothie for medical medium. Do your charcoal with your heavy metal detox smoothie, medical medium. Do your zeolite with the medical medium, heavy metal detox smoothie. Can you show the book again, please, on TikTok? You got it. Yep. Shannon Garner says, zeolite never helped me. I trust Shannon. She said zeolite never helped her because it didn't not only help her, but I watched for over 20 years when zeolite came out, I watched it never help anybody who bought it. Lorraine L. from the UK just said, the MLM companies mess up everybody. They derail everybody. They change people's courses. They get them off of things, exactly, that they're supposed to do, and that's what MLM companies do. There's a new sucker born every day who doesn't know the history. If you don't know the history of zeolite for the last 20 years, you'll be the new sucker. If you don't know the history of charcoal for the last 20 years or bentonite clay, you'll be the next sucker. You'll be the next sucker. And you'll be steered away from the fact the medical medium books have saved lives and the medical medium information has saved lives around the world. And that's funny. Really? Zeolite takes out heavy metals? Where did they learn that heavy metals are even in people? Medical medium information for 35 years. Where did they learn that a symptom or condition can be caused by toxic heavy metals? Medical medium information. So, does that make any sense to you? Anyway, someone said, what's the name of the book? It's Cleanse to Heal. Amazon.com, US 51% off. Yep, there we are. There used to be one company that I recommended a long time ago with zeolite, but those days are over because it was just for the intestinal tract and it didn't work, so I stopped. Boom, it didn't work. They don't make them to work, and I gave up, bottom line. And that's why the Dulce is here. Because Dulce wasn't even available, but now it's available. And besides, if you do the wild blueberry, you do the barley grass juice powder, you do the spirulina, you get the metals out. Well, you got those three, the core. Chlorella, Diana, made you sick. Chlorella is a nightmare. Don't get fooled by the MLM game. The chlorella MLM game. I've seen people get so sick from chlorella. It's filled with bad bacteria. They don't test it. It's been known to have bad bacteria. It's caused a lot of people to hold on to their toilet bowl, barfing in their toilet for weeks. It's ruined a lot of lives. It's garbage, and it doesn't remove the metals. It doesn't remove the metals. Let's keep on going. If you can't do orange, you can add a little coconut water. You can add a little water here. Watch this from the beginning on IGTV. Because I'm giving out so much information. So let's blend this up, you guys. Let's do this. Get the blender over here, okay? No pink, no red coconut water. You do the pink and red coconut water, you just got ripped off. That's rancid, bad coconut water. The one thing you're going to learn about MM Info, it exposes all the scams. It's why I'm probably hated the most out there, because so many people have healed. The books are the #1 books in health around the world, and no one understands why. Because people are healing. And then people get angry because they expose all the MLM companies. The chlorella MLM companies, you know, and there's a lot of people that are closet MMers, taking the info, using the info. But people don't like me because I expose the bentonite clay people, I expose the charcoal people, I expose the chlorella people, the zeolite people. I'm not about making friends. It's about saving lives, and it's about protecting the chronically ill. I can say it over and over because that's what it's about. No one's ever said that. 20 years, 30 years in alternative medicine. You never heard any of those different people or professionals that, oh no, let's just stick some butter in coffee. It wasn't about protecting the chronically ill. Okay? Same thing, the MLM, alkaline ionizer water machines. One of the worst polluters of getting metals inside your system are the alkaline ionizer water machines. I'm not about making friends. It's about protecting the chronically ill because they're used and abused by the MLM companies and the trend scammers. The chronically ill people are scammed. They're totally screwed over. They've been used. They're totally abused by the MLM companies, by the water ionizer people, alkaline ionizers and water people. They're just totally scamming them. By the charcoal people, by the zeolite people, just scam them. You know? Yeah. How do you feel about the parasite cleanses? It's all over the place on social media. Scams. Total scams, the parasite cleanses. Total. You know? I don't have to do this. I don't have to do the free cleanse challenges. I don't have to. But I got the chronically ill's back. I got to make sure that people who actually have an ear to listen and they need an opportunity to heal, that they heal, that they get that chance. This is about people who are sick, who are struggling, who can't get out of the mess and need help. It's critical that they get what they need. You'll fall into a trap, and that's what the scams do. Make a heavy metal detox smoothie, the one that's known around the world to heal people and get people better. The one that's proven to get people better. That's what we're doing right now. Making the smoothie. You can put aloe in your heavy metal detox smoothie. I just saw someone say that. You can. That's all right. Yep. Smoothie is blended. No alkaline ionizer water machines. You want an early grave? Make sure you do ionizer alkaline water machines. You want an early grave? You want dementia and Alzheimer's nice and early? Do the alkaline ionizer water machine, and you will end up with Alzheimer's, dementia, brain fog, anxiety, depression, and anything else. They leach metal from the plates inside the machines. We're going to run down on what causes the toxic heavy metal toxicity. So we're going to talk about how we get that metal toxicity in a little bit. So let's just get there pretty soon. Okay, just giving you guys some in on stuff. So we got the smoothie right here. Heavy metal detox smoothie. We're in day 1 of the medical medium heavy metal detox cleanse. I hope I don't sound rude, you guys. It's just that I'm trying to get so much information, answer questions. How do I protect you guys? Like, how do I protect you guys? Like, how can I do it? Like, how can I protect you from the scams every minute? How can I protect you from poisoning yourselves from the alkaline ionizer water machines? I don't even know what to do. It's like the ML companies have too much power with money and marketing. I can't battle that. I can only be this little voice and tell you guys how to protect yourself in hopes to God that somehow you hear it so that you're not suffering down the road, you know? And then you might say, somebody might say, I'm doing medical medium, but you're not doing medical medium because you're doing much of all this horrible stuff. I'm doing medical medium. Meanwhile, you're doing the ionizer water machine, which isn't medical medium. You're doing chlorella, which isn't medical medium. You're doing natural flavors, which isn't medical medium. You're just doing zeolite, which isn't medical medium. But you're saying you're doing medical medium, but you're not. And then you're taking all this bad MLM company stuff. Like, what can I do? I can't be a fly on the wall every second. I can't, and then you'll go get all your blood drawn. You'll get all your blood tests, and then you'll get totally mistreated. They'll pull too much blood out of you. Then you get your medical treatments, the ones that don't work. You'll get, all this stuff. And I can't, how am I going to, it reminds me of that picture in Liver Rescue, okay? Let me go get Liver Rescue right now, right? It reminds me of the picture in Liver Rescue, okay? So let me go get that. See if I have Liver Rescue right here. So now look in Liver Rescue right here, okay? This is the famous Liver Rescue book. This is why doctors are selling all these liver supplements now all the time. because they learn that the liver causes weight gain, and they're marketing all this MLM crap. It's just terrible, right? Info originates with the medical medium, 35 years of it. No one has any originality in the alternative movement, so they just steal and pillage the info. If you look at this picture right here, I'm holding a tiny baby bird that I'm rescuing at age 4, okay? So that's me at age 4 right there, all right? You guys, that's me at age 4, holding a tiny baby bird, right? Okay? I wish I could look out for everybody, every minute, and protect you like you were that baby bird. But the MLM companies and the marketing schemes and scams to make sure you guys poison yourselves are there every minute, and I can't stop it. I can't stop it. I can't. It's so sad. I can't tell you how many people who use the ionizer machines who are going to have Alzheimer's when they're 50. It's going to be disastrous, epically disastrous. I don't care what brand it is. You'll end up with Alzheimer's when you're 50, 60. So it happens when people are out there trying just to make money and don't give an F about anybody and the chronically ill. That's why. It's just terrible. All right, day 1, heavy metal detox smoothie cleanse. Well, cleanse challenge. We're here. I'm pumped. My favorite book changed. That's your favorite book that changed your life, Liver Rescue. I tell anybody, if you don't have the medical medium books, you should take a look at them, right? This is Liver Rescue. It's on Amazon. An incredible book. Legendary, too. Millions of copies around the world healing people. And then you got Cleanse to Heal, right? We're going to recap. We're going to talk about where we get toxic heavy metals, right? And then the Medical Medium Book 1, new edition. So many books, right? So you guys, quick recap if you just got here. 16 to 32 ounces of lemon water. Empty stomach first thing in the morning. Boom. Manisa, they let your comment in? You weren't kidding when you said that? They let your comment. I haven't seen your comments in a long time. It's like they shadow it all. No radical fats till lunchtime and after. I would even wait a little longer. If you're into fats, whether they're healthy fats or whatever you're doing, you can do them at the end of the day, right? Don't do them too close to your cleanse challenge. Be fat-free if you can, too. That's even more amazing. You get more metals out, right? You love the liver, Deborah, you love the Liver Rescue book? It's an incredible book. Incredible book. No radical fats. You start with your lemon water, 16 to 32 ounces, right? Wait 15 to 30 minutes. You got your celery juice. 15 to 30 minutes later, you work on your smoothie. The lemon water hydrates you so the metals can come out later. The celery juice loosens up the metals. The cluster salts in here loosen up the metals. It loosens them up, breaks them up so they can be removed. Then you get the heavy metal detox smoothie to grab onto the metals. What's the difference between alkaline water and filtered water? There's manufactured alkaline water, which is horrifying. Alkaline ionizer water machines are one of those epic disasters in alternative health that people will pay dearly down the road in ways you could not imagine. And no one will pay the price that's done it to them. I'll pay the price by creating more enemies, by telling the truth so that I can have your back. Because that's what happens. You know why there's so much smack written about me everywhere 24/7 and people say don't whatever, medical medium, bad guy, whatever? Because I've pissed off too many people. And I'm still standing, baby. I pissed off the alkaline people, ionizer water machine people. They have trolls 24/7 trying to deter people that they pay for millions of dollars to try to stop me. The zeolite people, they hate my guts. The bentonite clay people, the diatomaceous earth people, the apple cider vinegar people hate my guts because I got your back. Because I got your back. That's why. The caffeine industry hates my guts. You guys have no idea what's happening with the caffeine industry or why they're pissed at me right now. Because I've gotten literally millions to quit their coffee for the first time in our history. And then the crappy supplement companies hate my guts. So there's so many people paying people to talk crap about me to try to stop me from helping people heal. And I'm still here, and I'll tell you why I'm still here. because you can't touch this. Millions of these got around the world and brought people's lives back. And podcast doctors don't have books that save lives. And companies and industries don't have books that save lives. This is why I'm standing. It's from millions of these around the world, healing people and saving lives. And that's why I don't care. I don't need to make friends. I just have to have your back and give you the info right there. All right, you guys, enough of that fun. Let's keep on moving on. The nutritional yeast people really hate my guts. Nutritional yeast people, oh my God, they detest me because I've totally met, the vegans hate me. I know a lot of you guys are vegan, but the vegans hate my guts because of the nutritional yeast, because of all the MSG talk I talk about the nutritional yeast with the bad B12 and the MSG poisoning people's brains. And then, vegan mommies hate me because they're dumping nutritional yeast on their kids, on their children's food. And then when they hear they're poisoning their children, they got nowhere to take it out on. They can't take it out on nutritional yeast companies, so they take it out on medical medium. And the chocolate people hate me. It keeps on going on. It goes on. Anyway, all right, let's move on. But a lot of vegans like me too, and seaweed hero, that's funny. All right, you guys, let's talk about where we get metals. Alkaline ionizer water machines is a place to get toxic heavy metals. Terrible place to get toxic heavy metals. Let's keep on going. We got to talk about other places. Then we're going to make applesauce. If you stay on, I'm going to make some applesauce. So that's one place to get metals. Another place to get metals is the next trend that's an MLM trend. Copper products. You guys want copper poisoning? Drink out of copper thermoses and copper mugs. You guys want copper poisoning? You guys want eczema? Copper IUDs. Copper mugs. Copper thermoses. I understand the IUD thing. A lot of women, they have no choice. Their husband demands. I've talked to a woman just recently that says, I have no choice. I have to leave my IUD in. My husband says, no, I can't take it out. I'm like, okay, well, that's your life. I understand. So let's work on doing the heavy metal detox cleanse to help get the copper part out, like where it's leaching. Let's get the leaching copper out, at least. And she was like, okay, let's do it. I go, okay. Copper thermoses, copper mugs, copper ware, copper products. Poison everybody. Like you can't even believe. Copper mugs, copper thermoses. That's industrialized copper, and they mess you up. Like, no. Diana, I know, her husband's messed. I know, Diana said her husband's messed. I shouldn't have said that just now, I know. There's in the old days, a few thousand years ago, what they would do is they used to have to catch rainwater because they had no running water. So they would have to catch rainwater in order to stay alive, right? So they don't lose water. But they would catch it in copper vats. And they would use copper vats because they found out that copper poisoned things. It poisons people, but it also poisons amoebas. Not viruses and bacteria. Viruses feed off of copper. They've adapted. But copper poisons amoebas. So it kills an amoeba, specific dysentery amoeba, right? But you would also get a short life. So back 3,000 years ago, they would live to be 35 to 40 years old at best because of copper poisoning. They would turn green. Their skin would turn green. Do not drink out of copper stuff. You will turn green over time. Do not drink out of copper thermoses because of some brainiac MLM idea. Here's one right here. Sushi. Stay away from it. Someone said, oh, that's not PC. I'm like, why? Why? I don't get it. What do you mean it's not PC? Stay away from tuna. Stay away from sushi. Stay away from getting mercury poisoning. So what? I can't protect the chronically ill no matter what? Nothing. I can't say anything right now. I'm saying don't do sushi. Stay the heck away from it because you'll get the mercury poisoning. Really important. Stay away from the sushi. Stay away from the tuna in the can. Stay away from the tuna in the can. Really important to know because that's how people got it in them, right? Fish oil. Fish oil supplements. Methyl mercury to the brain. Fish oil supplements. Methyl mercury to the brain. That's a way to get Alzheimer's. That's a guarantee for Alzheimer's, brain fog, depression, memory loss, anxiety. You did fish oil supplements, you better get that stuff out of your system. Takes time to get it out. Just lost them all. They just went flying. Right? Dental work. Fluoride. Fluoride. Dental work. Fluoride. Keep that in mind. All the dental work. All the fluoride treatments you got, right? All the fluoride. Aluminum products. Pans, aluminum foil, takeout, aluminum dishes, aluminum everything. Aluminum in your cookouts, right? Mercury fillings from your parents, right? Passing on to you. Mercury fillings from your grandparents. That's why you're filled with mercury. That's why you're filled with mercury. Just so you know. That's why you're filled with mercury. See, the trolls are out today. All that aluminum, your skin. Mad Hatter was from all the mercury from the hats everybody wore. And then the hat companies and the hats, all the mercury in the hats. They transfer to sperm and egg to utero. So here's how it works. As a developing baby, you get mercury transferred into your developing brain and body. Everybody gets the mercury transferred from your mom, and that's how it works. Actually, fish oil is toxic. It's the most toxic, actually. Ashley said fish oil is not toxic. Oh, that's great. Make sure you spread that information around. Make sure you trick a whole bunch of young women to taking lots of fish oil supplements. That's really smart. Are you a paid troll for a fish oil supplement company? Along with 50,000 others out there? Okay, let's make sure that a pregnant woman takes fish oil. Let's make sure. That's such a great idea. I promised I wouldn't fool around today. Because this is serious stuff, you guys. Don't get me fooling around now. Let's make sure that mommy takes a whole bunch of fish oil supplements while she's pregnant with baby. Let's do that. And let's make sure mommy's doing caffeine in a copper thermos. Really smart, right? Did you know how fish oil is made? Fish oil is so loaded with mercury they have to do a centrifuge system to eliminate it, but they make it worse because when they do the centrifuge to eliminate it, it becomes a homeopathic unstabilized methyl mercury. You will have Alzheimer's in no time when you're doing fish oil supplements. Did you know when they make fish oil supplements, did you know they're made out of thousands of fish? Heads and fins and tails and guts, and they press it all in a machine? Let's make sure mommy eats lots of fish oil supplements because Ashley over there said, no, he's wrong. Fish oil is not toxic. Let's make sure you tell a pregnant woman to take lots of fish oil. And then maybe drink out of a copper thermos and mug too. You guys, we're day 1 of the Heavy Metal Detox Cleanse Challenge. I hope you guys are enjoying it. We're having some fun. We are talking about good stuff. Do you have Cleanse to Heal, a life-saving book? 51% off Amazon.com. It costs more to print it. It's not about making money. It's about making sure people get what they need because there's no money to be made when a book is priced that low. It's ridiculous. This book is there for you guys. Check it out. It's 51% off. On page 179, the Heavy Metal Detox Cleanse. Learn how to do it. The details matter. Learn how to get rid of your problems. Go to the library and try to find it if you want. How much coffee have you guys consumed in the restaurant or in the chain, the famous coffee chain, where the tap water is loaded with toxic heavy metals? How much restaurant coffee and chain coffee have you drank? Yeah? Actually, make sure you go write a bad post about me now and say you've done MM and it didn't work. Or make sure you do, yeah. Medical medium's a fraud. And then go spread misinformation and poison pregnant women. Okay, how much like toxic heavy metal water have you consumed out of all the city water, town water, all the tap water, in all the chains, all the coffee chains? Lots. What about Big Pharma? You guys recognize these? You guys recognize those at all? Right? Toxic heavy metals in antibiotics, antidepressants, thyroid medications, loaded with toxic heavy metals. Cold medications, loaded with toxic heavy metals. Actually, you got me so upset that I actually have to take my prescribed pills from my doctor. I think I'm going to have to take some prescribed pills from my doctor now. Yeah, you got my blood pressure going, so I got to take my blood pressure medication from Dr. Nesbitt. Dr. Nesbitt prescribed my blood pressure medication. Phew. Glad I just had some. And I'm washing it down with the Wyman's Wild Blueberry Juice. Incredible stuff. God, I love the way this stuff tastes. If you guys just got on here, they got a new stock in at shop.wymans.com. They got a new stock. They're selling it by the case right now. 13% off each bottle when you buy it by the case. It's insane. You guys know I'm working with them to try to keep this out there. Health with Liz, straight from the bottle, like an alcoholic, like a drunk. I gotta do. All right. So let's go a little bit more. Let's talk about this. All right, we have a metal detox smoothie. We're talking about where you get metals, and we're going to make applesauce. Let's do the applesauce now. It's part of the cleanse. It's important. Scented candles. Scented candles. Scented candles, you guys. Toxic heavy metals are in the scented candles big time. Lots of toxic heavy metals are in there. Yeah, important to know. Toxic heavy metals are in these scented candles. See, I'm okay because I know that I can't run from every single toxic heavy metal, so I got the heavy metal detox smoothie I'm doing, right? But this stuff is just horrific. This stuff is brain damaging. Scented candles are brain damaging. My favorite thing, I gotta blow them out. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't handle that. So bad. God. A friend of mine says they're watching a YouTube and it was like, some influencers are like, I'm having everybody over, we're making avocado toast, and I got some sushi coming, and we're gonna light all the scented candles around the table because we're so healthy and we think so healthy. We're doing natural makeup, I'm doing healthy makeup and other things. Let me just light a scented candle and poison all my friends. You get the metals, and then you get the problems along the way. You get the metals. The bottom line, you guys, it's about getting metals out of us. Stop lighting them, Lemon Balm says. Air, pesticides. Here's another thing too. So, I know you can't see this on IG. Insect killer, rat killer, right? These two things are sprayed in every single dorm room before kids enter college, before they get to college. So when kids are going to college in the fall, right? Some in August, some in September, their dorm room has been treated. It's law. Every single university, every single college saturates the dorm room with bug killer and rat killer before you end up staying there in that cubicle, in that small dorm room, and inhaling and breathing in. It's why college students gain weight rapidly out of nowhere. They gain weight rapidly out of nowhere, and they start to fall apart. They start to get the anxiety, all this stuff. That's just one example right there. It's not just diet. There's other reasons. All right, cookware, cooking. Fungicides on clothing, fungicides and stuff too, pesticides, herbicides. Yeah, no, it happens. Look, eating, scraping pans in restaurant food. You may not scrape your pan in your house, but all the restaurants scrape the crap out of the pan. They dig grooves in the bottom of all the pots. All the restaurants, famous restaurants, scrape the pans. You can't tell you how much metal is in people eating out. There's another one right there. Let's keep on going. Pencils, right here. Ashley Layhart, we're just having fun. I'm just glad you're here, okay? Just know that. It's amazing that you're here. So here's how it works too, okay? People think, and the other thing too, these toxic heavy metals feed mono, the virus Epstein-Barr. Pencils. People get the toxic heavy metals from pencils. I'll tell you, where two places they get it from. They bite the end, the erasers, and they bite the aluminum end, and they get aluminum shavings in them. For years, they can get aluminum shavings in them when they bite pencils, and they bite the paint. The paint on the pencil is loaded with toxic heavy metals. Toxic heavy metals. So that's another thing too. MM directory, I have cooking-ware and stuff like that. Medicalmedium.com, the directory. Deodorant. Boom. Deodorant. You keep on getting kicked off? Go to TikTok if you are. You guys are being censored, right? Okay. Soda. Important to know right there. You're sucking off the aluminum top. How many of you guys drink off of cans? How many cans have you guys drank off of? Angie says, I used to eat lead paint off the windowsill. Kids are still eating them today, by the way. Old lead paint. It's in houses. You bit pencils. Infinite Wellness, you bit pencils. All that heavy metal in the paint. I used to bite the pencils. You guys bite the pencils, right? You did so much in school. It's all the toxic heavy metals. They sit inside of us. Right? We sip off the cans. Okay? All important to know. Somebody's going to say, well, there's a liner in the can. Well, guess what? When you put the can in the refrigerator, it constricts. It's metal. It constricts. And then the liner breaks. And then the contents start to dissolve the aluminum. And then when you take the can out of the refrigerator, and you're in the sun or you're in the cookout, they're like, hey, how you doing? You're in a cookout, and you're warming up the can with your hand, and the sun's out. The can expands, and then the liner breaks. You seem fine to me, death by 1,000 cuts. The metals break you down over time. You don't know they're there, but they break you down over time. We're live right now, and we're talking about day 1 on the Medical Medium Cleanse, Medical Medium Heavy Metal Detox Cleanse Challenge, right? Not to mention, there's only a small percentage of cans that have the liner. Most cans don't even have a liner. Never mind the fact that the liner dissolves or breaks. What about, is plastic any better? Yes, it is better. Plastic's easy to cleanse out. You can cleanse plastic out just with spirulina. That alone can pull, spirulina can pull plastics out. Wild blueberries, spirulina, barley grass juice powder. Celery juice can cleanse out plastics. Celery juice cleanses out plastics. That's different. Metals, man, you need to work on it a little bit. Sarah says, my son has been on CJ and heavy metal detox smoothie since he was 1. It's super safe and healthy for kids. Absolutely. 4.5 years now. No health issues whatsoever. And pretty darn smart. Amazing. Incredible. Yep. So, we're talking about, what about perfumes, colognes? Perfumes, colognes. There's a question on chlorella. Chlorella's toxic. It's filled with bacteria. It's not monitored properly. It's made a lot of people sick, and it doesn't remove toxic heavy metals. If it did, I'd be sitting here screaming, chlorella, take chlorella. If chlorella moved metals, I'd be telling you, take chlorella. Rewatch the IG from the beginning. Chlorella doesn't remove toxic heavy metals. It's really bad. And then, what about perfumes, colognes? Straight toxic heavy metals. You breathe them in, you're getting metals. I can go on and on and on. Oh, on and on and on. Right? Okay, sure. We got all these metals. How do we get them out? We're working on it with all this. Let's make an applesauce, you guys. Let's have a little fun. Applesauce. Let's go. Let's move this stuff out. I'm going to recap as well. We're going to make some applesauce. So let's do that. Spirulina over here. All right. Perfumes, colognes, question mark. Absolutely. Filled with toxic heavy metals. Absolutely. All right. Let's get some apples. Got my apples right here. Let's cut off the stickers. There's some stickers still on this apple. Let's go here. You're being poisoned and you don't know it. That's how it works. You're being betrayed and don't know it. That's how it works. Okay? Companies, clothing companies are loaded with perfumes and colognes these days. They're loaded with air fresheners, scented candles all in the factories. We get our clothes now filled with fungicides. No one cares. No one's talking about it. It doesn't wash out. So, doing a little switcheroo right here, you guys. Get the food processor. We're going to make some quick applesauce. Do that now. We'll chop up some apples, put them in here. Got apples flying around everywhere right now, right? Going to make applesauce because apples help take the metals out after your bile duct spewed out toxic heavy metals from your liver, because your heavy metal detox smoothie is removing metals. And as your heavy metal detox smoothie is removing metals, okay, as it's removing metals, the metals end up back into your intestinal tract, where the smoothie not only helps take it out and remove it, but when you add apples, you can even do more efficiently moving it. This is why it's part of the heavy metal detox cleanse. Really important to know, right? So let's get this in the window here in the view. All right. Sorry, guys. Okay. Here we go. Boom, we got the apples. We got that ready. You guys, rewatch this from the beginning. That's what I would do. For people asking about different stuff, you can rewatch it on IGTV. You can, you know, for people asking about water and what water to drink and everything else, you can go to IGTV and look for my water episode. So there's an IG water episode. We're doing applesauce right now. It's on IGTV. These are just Fuji apples. You can use any apple you want. Just making some applesauce right here, which I like to do. So let me just move stuff out of the way, all right, guys? All right. So we got some applesauce right here. I know that some of you guys, when you make comments and stuff, it doesn't come across great because it's hard to make a comment and say what you're saying and stuff like that. For anybody who either was misunderstood for the moment, that said something like, said this, and then I was going off on this and that about this, just light heart. Sometimes the comments and communicating through this way is not always the easiest thing. So that's the applesauce. I love the applesauce before 12. You can stretch out the heavy metal detox cleanse throughout the day if you want. So you can take time having your smoothie. You can take time having your apples. You can have a half of an apple if you want. You don't even have to have a whole apple. You can just eat an apple. You can just cut pieces of apple. You know, incense is toxic, by the way. I just saw that come up. Incense is highly toxic and filled with heavy metals too. So the whole bit. So the bottom line is you can have the apples anytime to help get the metals out. And here's how it works. So as the heavy metal detox smoothie is uprooting toxic heavy metals from the liver, okay? So as your heavy metal detox smoothie is uprooting those metals from the liver, the metals can spew into the bile and out back into the intestinal tract, okay? And when it's doing that, the contents of the smoothie is going to help carry it out of the intestinal tract, but when you add apples, you're either gathering more of it, and you're bringing that's why it's the cleanse, the heavy metal detox cleanse. When you bring the apples in, later, the apples are helping to get that out, the heavy metals out of the intestinal tract, okay? That's important to know. Can we add apples into heavy metal detox smoothie? Nope. Don't add apples into the heavy metal detox smoothie, please. What about essential oils? They don't remove toxic heavy metals. Essential oils do not remove toxic heavy metals. Just so you know. They just don't. They don't remove toxic heavy metals. Don't take essential oils internally either. Okay, very important to know all this. So let's do a recap. Let's get through this, you guys. This has been great. Lemons, your lemon water, 16 to 32 ounces of lemon water. First thing in the morning upon waking, you need the hydration because that hydration is partly how you get the metals out. Once your heavy metal detox smoothie starts to get them uprooted, you need the hydration, right? I'm going to show you guys my ink this week because we're on the 3-day challenge. It's just not going to be today. Next, 15 to 30 minutes later, celery juice after your lemon water. Really important to know. Celery juice after your lemon water, right? I got to show you guys one more thing too. So boom, you got that. The celery juice helps to uproot and dislodge metals, makes them more gatherable, makes them more easy for the heavy metal detox smoothie to help pop them out and uproot them, right? So it's important to know those metals, they start to loosen up from the sodium cluster salts, the phytochemical compounds in celery juice. You need that. Boom. And then 15 to 30 minutes later, your heavy metal detox smoothie. That's the next part, right? And here's how it works. I'm going to talk about it tomorrow probably, about how the 5 ingredients in the heavy metal detox smoothie work, on how they don't drop the metals because they're working with each other to get the metals safely out of the body. And when you do other people's heavy metal protocols, which are only basically imitators of medical medium, those aren't stabilized and they drop the metals so you get sicker. So that's something to know, really important information, okay? There's substitutes in the heavy metal detox smoothie, like frozen mango. You can do papaya. Those are substitutes, but check it out in the book. Look in the book for substitutes and information. If you don't have the Cleanse and Heal book, get it and make sure you get it. Important to know. Celery juice, okay? Substitutes for that too, if whatever's going on. Okay, let's move on a little bit. The apples come a little later to help bind on to the bile that was dumped into your intestinal tract with toxic heavy metals in it. Important to know. And that's what's great about this. Rewatch this whole thing on IGTV. So let's make another option right now. So we're going to make one more option of what I do using coconut water. So we're going to do that next. I got the coconut water right here. Okay, guys. This is a coconut water option for people who are traveling, people who, or they don't have access to everything. They don't have access to what they need in the moment. So this next option right here is the coconut water option. So what I do is I take a teaspoon of spirulina and I pop it in coconut water. This is this Vimergy spirulina. It's the best stuff out there. I told you about that before. Watch in the beginning, you'll learn all about it. So I put a teaspoon of spirulina in the coconut water, okay? It's the first thing I do, right? Then I put a teaspoon of barley grass juice powder. G2 Vision says, I'm amazed at the number of chronic conditions I have gotten rid of with your wonderful info. 4 years on the protocols in October. Many thanks. Bless your heart. Truly glad you're here. Thank you for all that you're doing and for telling other people and supporting anybody else that's happening to with their conditions. You guys, I love everything you're doing, helping others, letting them know, posting your stories, hashtag medical medium, and also tag at medical medium so I can see the stories and the posts as well, so then I could repost, just letting you guys know. Okay, we're making the coconut water version. We're going to do a teaspoon of barley grass juice powder. It's the Vimergy barley grass juice powder, Vimergy.com. I'm not sponsored. This stuff is amazing. Got that. Then I take the Wyman's wild blueberry juice right here, and I pop in 1 to 2 ounces of the wild blueberry juice, right? Just drop that in there. You can also take the Vimergy wild blueberry powder. You have that one too, right? And you can put that in the coconut water as well. Now this version, can the detox cause headaches? No, it's not supposed to cause headaches. unless you're somebody that's dehydrated and you're dehydrating yourself by not drinking anything, you're not drinking lemon water, you're not drinking any water throughout the day, you're eating too high fats, and you're going to get a headache from something else. Maybe you're doing other products that give you headaches. Maybe you're doing other things. Apple cider vinegar is a headache causer. So maybe you're doing caffeine, and maybe you're viral, maybe you got other stuff. And these are all things for you to learn about to become your own detective so you can heal. Make sure you have the book. When someone asks a question like that, that means they don't have the Cleanse to Heal book. Make sure you have the Cleanse to Heal book, okay? Really important to know. So this is the coconut water version right here. And if you're really sensitive, lower the dose if you're worried. Do less of it. Here's the coconut water version. Spirulina. I got the wild blueberry juice in there. I got the wild blueberry powder. I got the barley grass juice powder. That's that version. Now, what's cool about this is I can have cilantro in my food later on, at the end of the day. And I can just do it this way. Okay? Same with dulse. I can have it in my food later on if I want. Miss Sarissa says, why does celery juice make me nauseous? It's very astringent. You might have a very sensitive vagus nerve. It's highly astringent sometimes. If you get the wrong kind of, it's not the wrong kind of celery, but if you get celery that's really medicinal, the kind that's wispy and thin and has lots of leaves, and it's got a more astringent flavor, can give people a gag reflex. I mean, it's medicine. Another reason too is you're sensitive because you're viral. So you got the low-grade viral infections, your vagus nerve is inflamed, you got vagus nerve sensitivities, so you can get nauseous during anything. Be your own detective. I bet you're nauseous with a lot of stuff. I bet you're nauseous with just lots of things, you know? Lots of things you're nauseous with, right? Okay. I think we covered a lot of stuff today. This is day 1 of the Medical Medium Cleanse, Heavy Metal Detox Cleanse. I hope you guys are excited and as pumped as I am. This is so incredible. All of it. I'm reading comments as fast as I can. Avoid troublemaker foods if you can. Eggs, dairy products, gluten. Just avoid troublemaker foods when you can and where you can. Okay, you guys? And avoid troublemaker products, troublemaker supplements, troublemaker stuff that's trouble. And yeah. And get the book. Get the book. And Ashley, if you're still on there, when we talked about fish oil earlier, if you're still on there, light heart, go to the library, get the book for free. Okay? Get it out when you get a chance. Learn about fish oil and learn about how it works and what happens with the fish oil problem. And honestly, I'm really glad you mentioned it. If you're still on here, I'm really glad you mentioned it because what it is that you gotta understand. It's just, I'm not upset at you on any level. It's just that the fish oil companies have brainwashed so many people, and the doctors are handing out fish oil supplements to all the pregnant women. This is what they're doing. It's almost like a protocol for pregnant women is to put them on fish oil. Like the mistakes made out there are so incredible. And it's not you saying, hey, fish oil is good for me. I know that you just got the information wrong from someplace. So just keep a light heart on all that. I want everybody, because I hurt everybody's feelings every day. That's all I do. My hubby dropped over 10 pounds on the advanced cleanse right here. The advanced cleanse, it's at cleanse and it's in Cleanse to Heal. Nothing else has worked for him. That's Cleanse to Heal. That's Cleanse to Heal. An incredible book. $16.99, 51% off. Amazon.com. Keep getting better than that. Medical Medium, my vision improved since the heavy metal detox smoothie. Can you explain what is happening to my body? Optic nerve is inflamed. Optic nerve, is loaded with heavy metals. So what happens, just so you know, you guys, is that the optic nerve, right behind here, right behind the eye, going into the brain, the optic nerve, right? That's also coming out of the brainstem. The optic nerve gets metal on it, and that's why vision starts to go for a lot of people. And when you get the metals out of the optic nerve, you get your vision back. Darlene says, hurt my feelings when you don't say hi to me. I hurt a lot of people's feelings. And sometimes they're not a troll, and they come on and they're not a troll. and I'll just go on a tangent about fish oil or a tangent about something. I'll hurt, and and I feel bad. I do. It's just that when you watch the chronically ill get mutilated for so many decades, you start throwing some mud, I guess, and then eventually somebody gets salt in the eyes. I don't see a lot of the comments too, by the way, you guys. They only allow some comments to show up. There's a lot of people putting comments in. If you don't get a shout out from me, your comment may not have ever even been on here. Ever. Like, dude, not even on here. Right? I was reading about vision going in the back of your book in the protocols. All the vision issues, yeah. Aurora's Morning. Aurora's Morning. Glad you're here, by the way. On TikTok, you give hope to get me better. Did you know on TikTok, they make the handle on TikTok, they make your handle so tiny, it's microscopic. They show the comment, and then they make your handle microscopic. So it's hard to see it in the background. I used to get, oh my God, so you used to get, but celery juice iritis, but celery juice healed me. Oh, amazing. AW, will the new book come out soon? I'm trying to hand it to the publisher pretty soon. I'm killing myself trying to get it done. Marissa says they censored the comments on the lives and on the comments on Instagram. Oh, totally. Oh my God, like big time. Big time. They've been censoring me since I launched, oh my God, they've been censoring me since I launched Liver Rescue years ago. I was like the first to be censored on IG. Hey, wait a minute. No, Google says I'm 28 years old or 29 years old. Google says I'm 29. Yeah. There's nothing on the internet out there that is, there's only like 5% is real about me. The other 95% written about me or that's out there in wherever it is, Google land or whatever, it's all wrong. They've done that to sabotage me. They've actually spent millions of dollars to sabotage the medical medium in the search engines and social media. I've actually been sabotaged. Yeah. That's what happens when millions of books go around the world and you change the health world from the inside out. You get sabotaged like the shit out of you. Google says I'm 40. Google says I'm 29. You look 29? I'm honored you think so. I'm not. Did you see an old picture of me when I was like 29? Yeah. Did you see the picture in Liver Rescue? Let me give you some, let me just show you guys something in Liver Rescue, okay? This is Liver Rescue, one of the greatest books all time out there that have helped people heal, right? Honestly, if you don't have the book series, it's sad. So, all right. Here we go. Always having trouble loading video. I know that's how they do it. You see the picture, right, of me holding the bird? Okay? If I'm 29 years old, or even 40 years old, you wouldn't see what's in the background. First of all, the picture barely got out of the black and white days, the black and white photos, okay? And if you look in the background, right, you see a car in the back, 2 cars in the back, okay? You see what looks like 2 very old cars. One car is as big as a boat, okay? That one car you're looking at that's black in the back is a very old car. The car next to it is a very old car, okay? These cars are from the early 60s and even earlier, okay? I'm not 29. But I wish I was. I've been radical fat free for over 3 months and truly starting to feel myself again. California love. Best news I ever heard. Best news I ever heard. Love it. Love it. You guys, I love the cleanse challenge because, it's like an intimate thing too, because I like just, it's just us and me, and we're just doing this cleanse challenge together. We're in my kitchen. We're chilling out. You look so young. I'm honored. The wild blueberries. I ate them since I was a kid. The wild blueberries. I used to lay in a wild blueberry field and just eat them when I was a kid, and just eat them and eat them and eat them. It's why I actually support this company. I'm working with this company. I'm not ashamed to say it either, because it's an incredible company, incredible product, incredible food. You look amazing. Thank you. Can't believe it. But I contribute to being this old and functioning the way I do, with 2 hours, 3 hours of sleep sometimes at night, working 24/7, living an unhealthy lifestyle because I work too hard. I haven't taken a vacation. What's a vacation? I don't know if I even had one in 30 years. I actually never did. And now I never had a vacation. Yeah, I took a day off 6 years ago. It's the point is on no sleep. I've contributed to my sustainability for my own being is because of the wild blueberry my whole life. Because of the wild blueberry. That's what I contribute that to. Just letting you know. Because that's the anti-aging tool. And it's one of them anyway. And celery juice is another one. But yeah. But that's at shop.wymans.com. Spread the love around about this. It's incredible. And it'll help keep that stuff in stock, because they take it out of the field, they press it. It's a bitch of a project. And then to get this out there. And it's incredible. I've also been on low fat for my whole life. For most of my entire life, practically, I've been on low fat. So, because the fats will age you. And that's a thing. And the caffeine, I've been caffeine-free my whole life. And that caffeine-free my whole life is also saving me too, because the caffeine will give you all the sunspots. It'll age your skin like you're 10, 15 years older than you should be. Caffeine makes it so. That's why it's sad, because that's why women have to do the Botox or want to do the Botox. The caffeine just sends the wrinkles going, man. All the wrinkles are from the caffeine and the vinegar and the caffeine and the chocolate and my God, and it's just the aging and the high fat and then you need all the Botox and the surgeries and the eye lifts and all that stuff, and it's just so sad, Yeah, so, and the toxins, the high fat keeps the toxins in. Carolina's LMAOOOO. Yep. Yeah. I wish I was 50 years old. I wish to God I was 50. I just saw somebody, are you the big 50? I wish. I would love to get back to 50. I would love to go back all those years to go back to 50. I would love to go 9 years back to be 50. I would love to be 50 again and go 9 years back. Would love to go from 59 turning 60 to 50. I would love that. But I can't, because I can't turn back time. Can't. You guys know I love you, right? You guys know I love you. Listen, are you guys going to be here tomorrow? 4 o'clock Eastern. No, wait. 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific on IG. But I'm going to be on YouTube and Facebook 4 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Pacific. Wait, you're older than 50? I would love to go back almost 10 years. How's it possible? What? Diana, did I show you the picture? Do I have to show you guys one more time? Do you guys see the cars in the back? You see the picture when I was 4? Do you see the cars in the back? Real Chelsea Field. You'll be there. Scott Bakula, Chelsea Field. 2 amazing celebrities. Incredible work you've done all these years. You guys also change lives too. You're also brilliant geniuses in the world of health. Chelsea Field, Scott Bakula. I got to catch up with you guys. You guys are family. By the way, Scott Bakula and Chelsea Field are they're like my family for real, family going back years. They've supported Medical Medium. They got my back. They're big celebrities in the world and have done incredible work, and they've always had my back, and I just love them to death because they care about the chronically ill. And what happens is when big celebrities, they care about the chronically ill, they back Medical Medium. And it's just amazing to have you guys. I'm blessed to know you guys. I'm blessed to know Chelsea and Scott. I'm blessed to know you guys because you guys care about my people, and that means everything to me. You know, Anya says I love Scott. Okay, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. God bless you. Be good. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Love you.